What's up, guys? ThatKidRBM back again with another video. So today, before we start, I know y'all see the drip, I know y'all see the shirt, so I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So this is one of the new t-shirts that I'm gonna be making. So we got my old Civic FD2 converted. But yeah, that's coming soon. This is just a prototype one. I still gotta fix the logos up and whatever. But today's video, we're gonna be focused on a couple things. The main thing is my new hood struts. So I partnered up with a company and I have my own hood struts now. So they're carbon fiber. I'll show you them when we go outside, and I'm gonna do an install on Angel's car since I already have them on my KW. I'm gonna touch upon a couple other things, and the first one being, so if you guys have me on Instagram, you guys saw that I posted this up. So this is an OEM 09 to 11 HFP FA5 lip kit. So I've had this sitting for I don't know how long already, and I made a post because it's like I didn't even like tell you guys about it. So I got the rear lip, the front lip 09 11, and it's in crystal black pearl. You could see more here, the color of it with the side skirts and everything. So like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So at first I was like, let me just hold on to it for however long I think I can hold on to it for. Maybe I'll get a crystal black pearl car soon and maybe I'll put it on that. Maybe I could sell it, maybe I could raffle it off. If you guys are interested, I might be doing that. I'm kind of iffy on the raffle part because, so shipping side skirts is pretty easy, but this would be a really big package. Like to package everything up, like this is like 5 feet long just right there, and then those are way longer. You can see they go all the way up to the ceiling. But that's a big maybe, but I just wanted to show you guys that. And then other parts that I have here, so I do have a bunch of carbon fiber parts for the KW as well. So right here I have the passenger JDM fuse box cover, ECU cover. This goes on where the coil packs are, and then obviously the cooling plate, and then the front Honda badge that I have for the USDM front end. And then over here I also have some gaskets for the side skirts, front back lip, and then obviously some 3M tape. Over here I got the VTEC stickers that go on the doors and the spoiler, same one that I have on the hybrid. And I also got my Hasbro mounts. So I'll be doing an install video on that stuff too. But like I said, right now we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna show you guys what we have going on, and then I'll do the install video of the new hood struts. And then I'll also have a link down below to my website and where you can purchase the hood struts. I only have like maybe 10 or 9 sets. I got a few first just to see how it does, and then I'll go from there. But let's go outside and check the stuff out. And I almost forgot, one last thing before I go outside. On my website, I also do have a bunch of stickers available. So we got the Mugen one, we got the hybrid, we got the ThatKidRBM slap stickers, and we got the latch sticker, and then obviously the FD2. I better look at them. I got them on one of my laptops, so you guys can look at it again. FA3, hybrid, latch, RBM FD2, ThatKidRBM, and of course the Mugen. So those are available to be purchased on my website. I will be sending each person that buys a hood strut, I'll also send them, I'll be sending every one of those people a ThatKidRBM slap sticker. I know you can't see it through there, but I'll be sending all you guys for purchases a slap sticker with your order. So now that that's out of the way, let me go outside and actually get, well, I'll give you guys an update on all the cars, then we'll get into the video of the hood strut install. Alright guys, so this is an hour later. I just ate some Chinese food and I feel bloated as fuck, but we're outside. So quick updates on all the cars. So this is the KW. We just finished the flex fuel stuff, so we gotta get it tuned. I got all my HFP parts, back, front, and sides. I gotta install those in the car. I really gotta do a video showing you guys all the mods that I've done on the car, but today is not for that. Another update before I talk about the struts. I got my girlfriend at SI as well, so we're gonna be doing some stuff on that. I need some work, as you guys can tell. And then this is Angel's car, having some electrical problems. Window doesn't go up, but that's fine. And then I'm almost done with this one. This is a 2011 FBO. It got like 170K on it, full bolt-on, flash front, everything. That one I need to do the clutch swap, and then that'll be for sale. And then the shell in the back, honestly, I just use it for storage. So let's start off with the struts that I have on this car. So same struts that you guys will be getting. So let me just kind of show you how they are. Right there. Alright, so I just want to show you guys how they are first, and then I'll be doing the install video on Angel's car. I'll put the GoPro on my head and everything. So these are the struts. So let me just show you guys everything right here. So I have my logo right there. Just zoom in right here. And then we got the carbon fiber struts. So these are just like the Zerg CF hood struts, but as you guys may know, Zerg has been discontinued for a very long time now. So I was lucky enough to work with a company to get these back into our 8th gen owner's hands. So as you guys can tell, all it uses is a 10mm right here. So I use the same one that the hood comes with right there for this bracket. And the brackets are labeled right and left. Obviously, if you're looking at the car this way, this is the right and that's the left. So like I said, we have one bracket here holding this part of the strut. And then we have another bracket right here. So for right now, I don't have the plastic trims. I don't know if I'm gonna put them on, but as always, there would be cutting needed to fit that on just so this part can fit. I'll actually do the cutting on Angel's car so you guys can see what it is. But if you guys don't run the side covers like I do, you guys will be good. So as you guys can see, we got them on both sides. So right here, kind of hard to see, but those are the struts right there. And then quick disclaimer for these struts, these ones are recommended for metal hoods only. They're full pressure hood struts. I am trying to get some half pressure ones in stock for people that have either fiberglass hoods or carbon fiber hoods, but these are full pressure. So the ones that I'm selling right now on my site, they're specifically for metal hoods. So I'll just show you guys one more time. Right here, right there, and then right there, and that's it. Once more, just so you guys can see, go up by themselves, and then that's it right there. So you guys can see how much space I gotta work. I don't gotta worry about the hood strut coming over here, going over there, clicking it right here, right there. Sometimes some people, they just bend this down to make it a cleaner look since you don't need this anymore. Or you can just leave it as it is. Some people even leave the other hood strut there just cause, but I took mine out. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to Angel's car and install the hood struts that I got for his, and then we'll go from there. So we got his car right here, and we got all our stuff right under here, just because I thought it was gonna rain. But let me put the GoPro on, and then I'll continue this video and I'll run you guys through the steps of how to install my personal carbon fiber hood struts for the 8th gen Civic. So unfortunately, as I was recording this video, the files for the first strut install, they got corrupt. But I guess this is a perfect opportunity to just show you guys two things. So one, how they are installed on this car and what we're going to do to mirror it on the other side, and two, that you can actually just run one strut if you really want to, but for symmetry and because the kit comes with two, we're going to install both of them. So this is just one of the struts installed right here on Angel's car. We got perfect clearance on everything right there. These FD hoods are very heavy compared to the, well, all metal hoods are heavy, but these ones are a little bit bigger than the 8th gen USDM ones. So of course we're gonna do both, but let me just run through what we have done so far, and then I'll show you guys the tools that we've used and that we're gonna need for the other strut, and the parts that are gonna come in the package once you order the hood struts from my website. So first thing we have right here is obviously the hood strut. We have both brackets labeled R because this is the right side of the car if you're looking at it from this angle. So we have the R right bracket up top and we have it in the bottom. So both these brackets are exactly the same, so they're interchangeable. As you guys can see, this one is facing out with the R facing towards you. We're going to use the 10mm bolt that's already on the hinge for the car for the top one, And for the bottom one, we're going to use the included hardware that I give you guys once you guys order the strut, which is a bolt, a washer, and a nut. So the bolt is 11 millimeters, and so is the strut nut that's on the bottom. So those are the tools that we have right here. So we have 11 millimeter socket, 11 millimeter wrench, and then we have a 10 millimeter for the top one that we're going to reuse that's already on the hood of the car, as well as our lazy boy ratchet. That's what Angel and I call it. And then to hold in the physical strut, we have these pins that hold it to the bracket. So as you guys can see, these aren't your typical pin when it comes to these. So if you guys are familiar with the NRG or the Zerg ones that are discontinued, they use a very thin pin. So it's a pin that goes through here and it wraps around. So I had bad luck with those pins before, so I opted to get these ones. So I'm gonna send them to you guys with them uninstalled from the strut, but just so I can show you guys how it works. So as you guys can see, the end of each strut has 2 slits and it goes around, and that's what's gonna hug this right here. So as an example, let's pretend this is on the car. So all that we're gonna do is take this pin and we're gonna put it right here and then slide it in, and that's gonna lock the strut with the bracket. So we're just gonna take that off right there, and then obviously it's greased up, so you won't have any squeaks when you go put on the strut. But let's get back to kind of what you guys are gonna get in the box. Like I said, half of it's right here, half of it's right on my table. So the first thing, of course, is the hood strut. These are only side specific because of the stickers. As you guys can see, this sticker is facing up this way, and then this one is facing up this way. If we were to put it here, obviously it'd be upside down, so just be aware of that. Also on the physical strut, these can be replaced if need be. What I do, I just fully tighten the top one next to the physical strut all the way, and then as we can see, let's say that this one is like facing the wrong way, so you don't want to loosen it. What you want to do is, if you keep turning towards the right, the whole strut will turn and you can get it perfectly aligned to how it should be. So it'll be right there. I'll show you guys more when we have the rest of the hardware on it, but we'll do that afterwards. So we're gonna set that back down. So the first thing that we're gonna do, now that we already have one strut holding up the hood, you would obviously want the factory hood prop holding it up, but that step is already taken care of. Again, I apologize, that part of the video got corrupted, but this is a great way for you guys to see what the opposite side is gonna look like. It's the exact same thing. So the first thing that we're gonna wanna do is get our ratchet with our 10 millimeter on it, and then put that to loosen. We are gonna take off the top strut, or the top hinge bolt right here. Loosen it first. Alright, so we're gonna set that right there. This is what I call the nut holder, or the bolt holder for the 8th gens. So like I said, these 2 brackets, both labeled L, are identical for the top and the bottom. So we're gonna see how we put it on right here. We see that the piece is facing this way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna mirror that. I'm gonna grab this, set this right on top of the battery. It's disconnected, so don't bitch about that. So what I want to do is I want to line this up right there. We're not going to fully tighten this down yet, just because we're going to want to adjust it once the strut and the other one is on the car. But what I like to do is put that over right here and then slip the bolt back there, let it catch a couple threads just so we're not stripping anything. But ideally, when we go to tighten this down, we want the bracket to be flush with the hood hinge right there. But since we're not gonna be adjusting it perfectly right now, we just want it in a general spot right there. So let's put this to tighten, hold it with our other hand. All right, so trying to get this as even as possible right there. Like I said, we don't have to fully tighten it now. Once we put the strut on it, we'll be able to more accurately see the placement of everything. So next thing that we want to do is grab the lower one and you'll see how this one's positioned. So this one's positioned with that part facing in, so we're just gonna mirror it on this side. So we're gonna take the hardware that's included, grab the bolt with the washer and this bracket facing down just like it is on the other side. Put that right through there, grab your nut, be sure not to drop it. If you do, I highly recommend getting a magnet, some hardware free. But right there, have this out a little bit. And then what I want to do, again, we're not going to fully tighten everything, but we're going to switch over to the 11. Put this 10 to the side right now just because we are going to be tightening that up later. So put the 11. If you have an electric ratchet, great. If not, old-fashioned way works best, either way. So slip that 11 wrench on the back and then the 11 socket up top. You do want to hold it just so it doesn't spin too much, and if it does, just turn the wrench like this. And then that's relatively tight right there. Again, we will tighten it again once we finish that other part up. So just move that a little bit right there. So now that we have these relatively lined up just like we have it on this side, we are going to grab the other strut, and then here you guys will see what I'm talking about when I'm lining it up. So just as an example, so this one goes up top, click it right in, and then let's just say that this was turned sideways. All we got to do is continue to turn to the right and line it up. See, we're not loosening that top part, so we're going to do a full 360. It is a couple days before the 4th of July, so you guys will hear some fireworks in the background. I apologize for that. So now that that is pretty flush right there up top, and then we wanted to get it flush at the bottom, so keep turning to the right there. We want it to be parallel with everything, that way we don't run into issues of it falling out. But again, like I said, these pins will secure it not falling out, so we're going to do one at a time. So let's do the bottom one first. So these pins have the design that they have the same slits. So what I like to do, try to find the bottom. If you want to put your finger on the back side just so you don't drop it, once you find the bottom slot, the top one's pretty easy to go right there. Then take both of your fingers and then push it in. If you need some extra leverage, you can also grab the flathead that we stated you might need at the beginning of the video. So right here, right there, and then just make sure that the bottom is in as well, right there. So this one is fully secured. You see, this is not going anywhere, it's not moving out. Now what we're gonna want to do, tongue twist all, is do the top one as well. So same thing for the bottom. I like to put my hand behind here so I don't drop it, and that way I can find the back side of the slit where the pin goes right here. And then we're gonna want to do the same thing, slide it down, and then this one went in a little bit easier right there. So as you guys can tell, both are parallel, but we have one more thing to do, and that is tightening up the brackets and the struts and the 11s on the bottom first. So grab that 11 wrench, give that one tight turn right there, and as you guys can tell, Angel has a scratch right here. That was not me, but this is relatively parallel to the edge of the fender. So again, talking about being parallel, we're gonna want to do the same thing for the top one right here. So as you can tell, this line right there, almost parallel. Give it one twist right there. Just make sure not to over tighten it, but right there should be good. That's not going anywhere, that's not going anywhere. We're gonna double check on this side. This is very tight, that is as well. And that concludes the first part of the install. I just washed this car for free. So hood strut is on. So like I said, if you guys want to leave this naked like that, you guys can leave it naked like that. That's how I have it on my KW. But if you guys do want to put these covers back on, I will show you exactly where to cut, how much to cut, and then how to go along with the rest of the install if you guys want to do that as well. Okay, so now for my people that are just gonna keep the cooling plate on. So there are two ways to do it if you're gonna keep just the cooling plate on. So this is what I recommend. If you guys like to take the bumper off a lot, and if you're working with the condenser, if you're working with the radiator, if you like to take stuff apart all the time, what you could do is take this and just do a little cut right there. Reason being is the normal way to do it is just by having this right on top and then taking your hardware and putting it right over the cooling plate just like this. So let me just show you guys right here, putting the 11 right behind right there, and this cooling plate was already broken. It should not break once you tighten this, but anyways, so just to give you guys an example, so how it is right there, if you guys want to take the bumper off, obviously this is going to be in the way, and now it's connected to here. That's why there's two ways to do it. If you guys don't care about it, this is a much cleaner look. You can keep it just like this, where you have the washer and the bolt right on top of the cooling plate, and then the last thing being the bracket. So literally just how it looks right there, you can repeat that on both sides. Or like I said, what some people do is they do a cut right here, and then that will prevent you from having to take this off, and that's another way you can do it. And then the third way obviously is if we're gonna put these back on. So as you guys can see, if this is gonna go right back here, we're gonna have to cut a little bit so we have enough space for the physical bracket and enough space for us to be able to tighten that back there. So I'm gonna make a cut. I'm gonna show you guys exactly where to cut, and then we'll go from there. So the first thing I like to do is see exactly where I'm gonna cut this way. So just be safe about it, hold it with your hand, and I'm gonna cut straight down that way. Sometimes it runs away from you. Just take your time and go again. So it ran away from me a couple times, but those are stuff that you can't see. And if you can, just take some sandpaper and just clean things up. But what I'm gonna do now, since that's pretty decent right there, we could compare it to this side right here, and then it's almost the same length, actually almost pretty perfect. And then I'm gonna cut diagonally up this way so I can meet that line right there. So start off right here, and then we can do a guideline if you want right there, and then we're gonna work our way up. Again, just be safe about it and get to cutting. Probably wasn't the safest way to do that with my arm just there, but nonetheless pretty good. So just gonna get a little bit of sandpaper. Again, I'll perfect this later. I just want to kind of show you guys quick and easy way to do this. Again, you don't have to compromise for this. There's a lot of ways that you guys can install these struts, but if you guys want the clean engine bay look, that's what we're gonna do. So let me just do this real quick, exactly like that side, and then we will be done with the video. Alright guys, so I still have the GoPro on my head, but I just finished the install video. So here's just one more look. Obviously I gotta clean stuff up, but everything is installed as it should be. Like I said, just be sure when you guys tighten everything down, just be sure that the bracket right there is relatively parallel to the fender right here, as well as this one right there. And just make sure everything is tight. You can just check by moving the hood up and down, but everything does look good on this one. So let's just put the hood down. I'm not gonna lock it, just so I can just do this quick. So I'm gonna reach our hand under. These hoods are so much longer than the USDM hoods. But right here, and let it go up by itself. Right there. And then we'll do one more just so you guys can check the clearance. Let me just show you guys one more time what we're working with. Got the carbon fiber strut. Yes, sir. RBM, ThatKidRBM branded. Right there. Right here. And then one more time for clearance. Right there. Nothing touching, nothing touching. And then close the hood just so you guys can see. But we will pop it one more time for y'all. Well, I know y'all like that. I know y'all like that. And I know y'all like this door. Just know I fucked it up. I ain't gonna lie. But one more time before the camera dies. Yes, sir. Alright, camera is blinking. It's about to die. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that was thorough enough install for you guys to know what my struts are, how they are, whatever. So there is a very, very limited quantity for the first drop. There's maybe, I think, 10 struts for sale. So link to that will be in the description below to my website. You can purchase them there. Currently, I have shipping set to only in the US. If you're international and there's still some if there are still some available, we could do the transaction elsewhere just because I have to set up the shipping stuff with Shopify and all that stuff. But as of right now, we got them installed on Angel's project. Have a lot more coming for this. And camera's about to die. Let's run over, show you guys the K-Dub one more time. We obviously have them installed on my car as well. No complaints, everything good. But yeah, again, more stuff coming from your boy ThatKidRBM. Hopefully more videos coming soon. We got the stickers, we got merch gonna be dropping. Like I said, just gotta finish a couple more things. But before I end the video, I gotta show y'all the hybrid. I'm highlighting all the other cars. I am gonna put a set on the hybrid as well. But just look at this beauty. It's not. Oh, yeah. Look at this beauty. My favorite car. Legit, my favorite. What was that? ThatKidRBM slapsticker. But yeah, just had to show y'all the daily for the one time. But yeah, this is gonna conclude this video. If they're sold out, new drop coming soon. If they're still in stock, you wanna buy it, buy it. But this is the end of the video. This is ThatKidRBM. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm gonna check y'all in the next one. Peace out.